Hey there, dear listeners. Sam the DM here, checking in with a quick note before we start this episode. We were plagued by technical difficulties while recording this. I think Alex's Audacity broke down like twice, so there are a few little hiccups in the quality of this episode, and it's a bit shorter than our usual fare. I do apologize for that, but we hope that you will soldier on along with us, and we will see you all next time. Thank you very much for listening.
Long ago, when the world was bright and full of stories, an evil wizard gained the power to touch the face of God. Narrativa, goddess of stories and weaver of our world, banished him to the void, but not before he stole a piece of her divine essence. With this newfound power, the wizard lay a dread curse upon all the world, the Glyph Purge, which struck from the minds of all mortals the knowledge of how to read and write. Now, all that stand between the Isle of Meotia and an age of endless ignorance are the bards, who tell stories of distant lands, exotic creatures, and brave heroes. This is one such tale.
Hello and welcome to Challenge Rating Zero, the latest and greatest Dungeons & Dragons podcast to hit the internet airwaves. I am Sam, your Dungeon Master, and I am joined as always by my longtime friends and adventuring companions.
Hello, I'm Brian, and I play Hector the Gatekeeper.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I play Rilla Longshadow.
Hey there, I'm Alex, and I play Ruger Firehide.
And last but not least, we have the man who calls himself Michael, but who we call Parker, Michael Parker, playing the Druid Zurabak. Say hi, Parker.
Hi, Parker.
Fantastic. We are joined once again, dear listeners, dear players, for a tale of epic fantasy. When last we left our heroes, Hector, Rilla Zurabak, and the lawman Ruger Firehide were on the road deep under the soil of the Isle of Meotia to the ruined city of Fell, deep in the heart of the Badlands, the seat of the Lord Deceiver's power, in order to obtain yet another MacGuffin, this one, hopefully, the actual final one they'll need. I'll never tell. They are after a Platinum Gyro, an incredibly rare component required for golem construction. The last piece they need to fix the Cypher Golem they have sitting back at home in the city of Everspring. The only other known source of this part is within the mechanical chest of the Iron Shogun, who is accompanying them on this mission, the leader of the dwarves of Grottenmire, who is hoping to find another Platinum Gyro so that one doesn't have to be violently excavated from his chassis.
Well, I mean, it seems like he doesn't really care whether or not he survives, right? Is that we don't want to murder him. Like, he's ready to go. We're, like, refusing to help him, is what my feelings are.
We should have just let him fight those Umber Hulks by himself.
We should have. And then we'd be done and we could just go home. This is poor planning. Can we redo it, Sam?
You know,
Retcon.
It's this kind of sort of out-of-pocket moralizing that led to some of the darker aspects of elven culture, and I'd invite you to kind of think about that maybe a little bit. Just kind of, not to throw it in your face.
To be fair, she is elven.
Also, going to Fell, we could get some important info. We're also simultaneously attacking, you know.
We already know what happens after we die. We don't need that info.
Yeah, the Great Spirit Zurabak eats everything.
No, you go and talk to Protos, who sometimes looks like a crab.
I have no idea who that is.
Zurabak's going on the wall. Let's not lie.
I yell his name on a regular basis.
I can't believe you all are so flagrantly cutting into when last we left our heroes. I've had to stop the music. I'm going to start it back up here. While our heroes are continuing their subterranean adventures on... God damn it!
He will this time.
While our heroes are continuing their subterranean adventures towards the city of Fell, they have sent a strike force made up of powerful NPCs and some of their very own soldiers out into the Raging Sands to act as a distraction, one that will ambush the Knights of the Pyre camping there who are planning to join up with the Lord Deceiver's main forces. And so we join our heroes now just after their epic battle with a hive of Umber Hulks, massive, murderous predators that they took out with surprising speed and
Easy.
efficiency. Yeah, very, very quickly. Quicker than this Dungeon Master thought was possible. And we join you now. You are all deep under the rock that makes up the Isle of Meosha in a broad plaza that dominates a large cavern. A beautifully dwarven wrought tile floor spreads out beneath your feet. And you four are joined, of course, in this scene by the Iron Shogun, whose massive golem body is cradling between its shoulders the relatively small and very wrinkled old noggin of the leader of the dwarves. You are joined by Tess, a member of the Turnkeys, recently from Picker's Run, who is piloting the old Wagon of Wonders, now armor-plated and pulled by a Triceratops. And you're also joined by Abigail Iron Eye, Rilla Longshadow's cohort. Around you lay the shattered carapaces of all of these terrifying nightmare beetles. And the smashed ruins of an old temple to a forgotten dwarven god of greed. The Iron Shogun looks around at the carnage of this last melee and says,
Well, that was rather spirited, I must say. Being cooped up in the Bloodstone Keep has kept me from the front lines. I haven't felt this alive in years. You all made quick work of those beasts. You truly are powerful warriors.
Well, you weren't slouch yourself. You were throwing hands with giant gorilla beetles. It was honestly a bit terrifying.
Well, I have grown accustomed to this body after all of these years. It certainly has its applications.
and he curls up his giant metal hand into a fist, which grinds with the squeal of metal on metal. Abigail Iron Eye, Rilla's cohort, the brown-haired dwarf with their hair in a long braid, pops down from the back of the armor-plated Wagon of Wonders, which we may have to rename now that I'm thinking about it. We'll tackle that later. And she looks around and says, all right, well, that was bracing for sure. Is anyone hurt? I've got some talents and, healing wounds if anyone needs a little top off. Everyone doing okay?
Now look at Zurbag.
I heal myself.
Zurabak dead stares Abigail right in her fucking eyes and then uses his own druid magic to heal his own wounds. You, Zurabak, channel your divine powers and you are able to seal up the horrific wounds you received from the truly horrid Umber Hulk.
I have 16 points of damage on me, so I do take her up on the offer to heal.
Yeah, she scuttles over to you, and not scuttles. She's a graceful dwarven cleric.
What is
she?
Cure critical 4?
Yes. Yeah.
4d8.
Ruger, you're gonna get 14 health points back.
Okay, I look her directly in the eye and then I heal myself those last 2 points.
Yeah, Abigail walks over to you and places a hand on your shoulder and says, by the light of Narrativa's grand tale, I do heal your wounds, Knight of Heroes. And your wounds close up. Not quite all the way. There's still some, still a couple cuts there. Yeah, you look her dead
No. So, no. Now that you made it all.
Sam changed the context. Whoop.
Right, yeah, 100%. So, I take that solemnly and just, slyly add my magic to her magic to polish off those last 2 points.
Give you a little boost there. No worries.
Shit, what level are we? Sorry.
15.
My character sheet says 12.
Yeah, that's not accurate. Rilla, what were you saying about health points?
I'm only down 6, so I'm fine, I think. I'm good.
So you die by 6 health points.
You say that, but your trusty cohort is going to just top you off.
All right.
You think you're fine, but these things have a tendency to pile up. We don't want you bleeding all over that beautiful cloak of charisma, do we? And she tops you off a little bit. So you are at full health. 2 spell slots down for the cohort. Bip, bip.
I go and check on Tess, see how she's doing.
She is a little shaken up. Her newly armored wagon having fallen into a pit, and her herself nearly getting swallowed whole by an Umber Hulk in our last episode. She says, Ruger, I have to say, it's been a long time since I've been... Is that her voice? Fuck, I keep forgetting Tess's voice. I guess that'll do. It's
like
just
old-
old
Is she
lady.
like old country lady
She's
though?
old country lady,
No,
that's
she wasn't.
technically-
She wasn't country, I don't think.
I mean, Picker's Run, right? Wasn't Picker's
That's
Run
true.
kind of all hillbilly, except for Evan?
I am terrified now that I've made her voice different every single time she showed up.
Me
I
probably.
make
that's-
Ruger's voice
Yeah.
different every time he shows up.
He's from Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Tennessee.
I'm probably Kansas.
Ruger, I have to say it's been a long time since I was doing field work, and this is... Oh, it's just as horrible as I remember. I miss my safe, quiet workshop. Well, not quiet, but I miss my... Or safe, but I miss my workshop.
Yeah, I agree with you on the points about it being loud and comically dangerous. But here, this will help take the edge off. And I hand her my flask of whiskey.
Oh, you are a saint. And she snatches it out of your hands and takes a big, deep gulp. Oh, go ahead.
I take it from her and take a sip after she does, and then I start rolling a cigarette.
Your other companion here in this scene, the Deep Warden, Shen, who's been guiding you, looks around at all of you in his drab, stone-colored clothing, and his white eyes regard you all from under his bushy white eyebrows, and he says, Again, I apologize for this infraction. Our role as Deep Wardens is to preserve these tunnels and ward off creatures like this who carve through our sacred stone. But more and more monsters have been running of late from the stone beneath the Badlands. The very rock is stained by the dark magics at play there, and nastier beasts than these have been seen stalking these corridors. I will take you swiftly to the next Deep Warden. Hopefully your journey to Fel will be less bothersome in the future. The Iron Shogun comes up and pats him on the back with his massive iron hand, nearly knocking him over, and says,
Don't worry your head. You and your brethren serve well. You staved off reinforcements from those beasts, but yes, let's move quickly. Is everyone ready to head out?
I climb up shotgun to Tess with my crossbow.
Hell yeah. You and Tess get into the driver's seat of the giant armored wagon pulled by a Triceratops from
The Carriage of
the
Carnage.
Ashen Isles. The Carriage of Carnage isn't bad. Ooh, I don't hate that.
Just
I
throwing
don't
it out
hate
there.
that.
Just throwing it out there. Just testing the waters.
Tess says, that's a good start. We'll pin it down before this trip is over, I'm sure. The Wagon of Wailing. No, that's not it.
No.
The rest of you ready to head out?
Yeah, I climb back up on top of the wagon because that's where I'm gonna hang out
Hell yeah.
for as long as I can.
Abigail Iron Eye scrambles up right next to you, and you two take overwatch position behind the enormous mounted crossbow on the back of the wagon. Yeah, Hector, you good to go?
Yeah, Hector sheathes Starfall a little awkwardly, and then goes to line up, like, behind the Deep Warden.
Fantastic. Zurabak, you and Snake ready to go as well.
He started walking like a while ago.
Great.
He doesn't know where he's going, but he just started walking.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you and Snake start walking towards a cavern that is in the opposite direction than the Deep Warden leads the rest of your companions, and you nonchalantly, because you were going there anyway, make a wide loop and follow after everyone else.
Bringing up the caboose.
Indeed. Yeah, and you all continue to make your way. You pass through miles of subterranean chambers. Some are rough rock caverns, carved as part of mines or service tunnels between these dwarven holds. Others are massive vaults holding the crumbling ruins of ancient dwarven fortresses, palaces, just towns. You see the remains of shops and homes buried in the rock. Some of these massive chambers have enormous rents in the middle of the cavern floor. Some of them expel nasty gases, but you pass by wonders as well. Giant underground lakes with crystal clear water and bone white fish with transparent skin. You see huge colonies of luminescent mushrooms growing in the corners, some standing as tall as redwood trees. And you are passed over time from Deep Warden to Deep Warden as you continue your journey. Time passes strangely here underground. Obviously, you can't see the sky, and you don't know really with any certainty what time it is as you continue your journeys after what seems
I lick
like...
my finger, hold it to the air, and then loudly protest 6:30.
Roll a survival check, Ruger.
I'm just talking shit. I don't even care if I'm right. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So, where's my survival? 9. Is it +4 to human or undead?
No.
28.
God damn. Somehow, Ruger, you lick your finger and hold it up in the air, and you are able to tell somehow that it is in fact 6:30 in the morning. The day after you left.
I winked at the Deep Warden.
Shortly after you have this realization, the Deep Warden you are currently traveling with oozes out of the stone next to you all in a broad road carved through the stone and says, "You all have been traveling for quite some time. More than a day has passed since we left. Let us rest here." And the Iron Shogun says, "Well, I, for one, could certainly use a nap." And he stands stock straight, and you hear this strange, like, clicking, locking sound, and his whole body goes completely rigid. His whole, like, 15-foot tall golem body goes stock still like a statue, and his head just kind of lolls to the side, and he starts snoring immediately, just standing there in the middle of the hall.
Man. Normally I'd start barking orders at my cohorts, but Fake Me has all of my followers, so I might have to take the Iron Golem's lead and go take a nap.
Fantastic.
If we're stopping, Hector's going to go ahead and reach into his pack and pull out a large silver mirror. Find a place to set it up, like against the cave wall.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go ahead and cast Scry.
Beautiful. Hector, the gatekeeper, keeper of the gates, bard extraordinaire of the College of Everspring, you pull on your bardic powers, channeling the arcane magic that undergirds reality. And you weave that magic into your Beautiful mirror. Hey, Hector, where'd you get this mirror? Just for fun.
Like a store?
Evan.
That's
Oh yeah, Evan. He would be the one that would have told us.
100% it was Evan. There's like zero doubt in my mind. That shark.
excellent. Let's see. So for scrying, you need a mirror that is, let's see, a silver mirror that must be 2 feet by 4 feet at least. Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a big old mirror.
Yeah, it's like a full, like, standing, like, dress mirror.
Yeah, what's your scrying mirror look like?
So you just carry that around with you all the time
Yeah,
now?
I was going to say, you definitely don't pull that out of your pack.
True. I guess I just have it, like, strapped. Like, I imagine then that it would be, like, the mirrors strapped directly to my back, and then, like, my pack goes over that. So, like, the
Yeah,
mirrors...
Hector pulls the strange
Sticking out.
rectangular parcel off of his back. That's nearly as tall as he is. And places it on the wall. So yeah, this lovely fucking 5 foot tall standing mirror is placed against the wall of the cavern, shining brightly in the reflected light of your torches and lanterns. And yeah, you cast scry. What are you scrying, Hector?
I think because we're expecting that they're still on the way, so if I want to identify where they are, I think, like, the Hilltopples are scouts, so they feel like more likely to be near landmarks, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So I will do, let's do Helga.
Great. You are scrying on Helga Hilltopple. Is this regular scry or greater scry? Just out of curiosity.
Regular.
Okay. It's getting a regular. And as it does...
Olga stands unite.
Yeah, the forums are really lighting up about the Helga versus Olga.
We'll settle it at our Discord, okay?
All right. The surface of your mirror ripples like a pool and resolves itself into an image, and you see the fiery red hair of Helga Hilltopple. It is flowing behind her as she races along a cavern on the back of her riding dog. Her sister, Olga, with the black hair, is riding right next to her, and they are booking it through some underground tunnels. The stone around them looks different than the stone of the cavern you're in right now. It looks like a softer, more porous stone, and they are, it seems just like letting their hair out. Both sisters have huge smiles on their faces, and they are fully leaning forward, just letting their dogs run themselves fucking silly, sprinting through. The cavern floor is racing beneath them as your scrying sensor follows them along as they bank around some corners. That is a scene you are viewing through your scrying mirror. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to cast message through the scry.
Fantastic. So, for the listeners at home, when you cast scry on someone and spy on them magically, you can cast some spells that may be able to affect the scene you're looking at. There's a percentage that these spells will fail. There's about a 40% chance that Hector's going to be able to cast this spell through the mirror. Let's see.
29.
Well, no, you got a 40% chance, so 40 and below you get it. Everything higher you fail. So yeah, you get it.
Hey!
What message do you cast through your scrying mirror, Hector?
Hey, Helga, it's Hector. We're watching you. How's the march going?
Excellent. You whisper this message, which the words coming out of your mouth form almost like a wind. This smooth breeze, which you see ripple the surface of your scrying mirror, and as it does, you see the hair by Helga's ear kind of ripples as well, as if stirred by the same breeze. And she perks her head up and looks all around her like, Hector, I don't see you anyway. Okay, I'm sure it's magic or whatever. We're good. Currently scouting. We should be reaching our destination by tomorrow. Let's see. There's quite the devious plan being put together by the leaders. Should be quite the show.
Where are you?
I believe we are currently underneath the Raging Sands. We're a little far east of where we believe these Knights of the Pyre have their camp. But, you know, the caverns around here are very twisty, not used very often. The deep wardens around here are moving very slowly, trying to get all of these warriors through here has been slow going, but we should be in position tomorrow for sure.
So we want to be able to check in on you guys and see how everything's going. But I can only do this once a day for 8 minutes. When do you think I should tune in tomorrow?
Man, 7, 8 Central. No.
And I'm like a Swiss clock.
Yeah, Ruger will get you the time. Don't you fucking worry about it. Helga says, well, we actually wanted to talk to you about that. We were thinking it'd be best to time our assault with whenever you all plan to do whatever you're going to do if we want to make it a full distraction.
First of all, what's the third Deep Warden's name? We didn't get a name for the third one.
Boy, I want to say Kyle. I just want to say Kyle. His name's Kyle.
We already have a
The
chat.
third Deep Warden's name is Kyle. His name is Kyle, and he's a Deep Warden.
Slate.
I'm going to spell it
Two on the nose.
like all fantasy.
Yeah,
though,
it's
that I write down.
KHY''LE. So it's Kyle. But fantasy.
Nice.
I turn to Kyle.
Mm-hmm. He oozes out of the stone right next to you. Yes, what can I do for you?
When do you think we will arrive underneath Fell?
If we continue our current pace, we should arrive there at high noon tomorrow.
The Deep Warden with us says high noon. So, can you guys be in position by then? Or should we wait?
We will be there no matter what. Trust on that.
Then I guess when we are in position, I will scry again. I will probably scry Ivan and give word. If that doesn't work, we have other ways to give word, but we will give word at that point to begin the assault.
Absolutely. We shall pass on the message, and we will be waiting for your word, Hector. I cannot wait to strike at our enemies for once. They will not see us coming.
Good luck out there.
You too?
Now keep watching them for like the next 6 minutes.
As your spell
Just don't say anything. Just
As your spell comes to an end and the mirror's image ripples again, the last thing you hear is Olga turning to her sister and being like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And then the the image goes out. That sounded like an important conversation.
Interesting question. Message can also target multiple people, but in this instance, would it have to be the person I'm directly
Oh, hell
scrying
yeah,
on?
for sure.
Okay. That's fair.
So that is that conversation. You are coordinating to have the strike team assail the Knights of the Pyre as you all are reaching the surface and Fell to provide a distraction. Yeah, and you have some time to rest before you continue your travels the next day.
I do that.
Fantastic.
I kick my feet up, pull my hat down.
I'll take first watch.
Yeah, watch order is set. The Triceratops is fed.
And Bonnie's horse Lightning. I'm not a...
And Bonnie's horse Lightning is also fed. Ruger, just before you are about to drift off to Dreamland, you get, oh no, you wouldn't. Would you? No.
It's because I'm powerful. And,
No, this wouldn't be Ruger. You gave yours away. Yeah, fuck it, Rilla. Rilla, you, of course, do not need to sleep for as long as your companions do. And while you are setting up your Jenga tower for your regular game, now that you're back on the road with these fucking humies,
easy.
Filthy fucking humies.
well,
What's funny is they're like my favored enemy, so I really should hate humans.
That just means you know how to kill them.
I alone know the evils of man.
I've looked into the heart of darkness.
I think Rilla's taken up a little bit of like weaving or some shit. Something a little more grown up than Jenga. I think she's like, I don't know, like a crocheting now or some shit.
Oh my god,
Yes.
crocheting. What are you working on?
A blanket.
You can't just
I'm cold.
bring that up out of nowhere. This is serious narrative implications, and also I don't want to do any work today. So what are you crocheting?
I'm currently making a bunny for Dara, and it's not going well. It's very wonky. This is above my skill level, but it's aspirational.
It is certainly above your skill level. You're crocheting a stuffed rabbit for your sister, and boy, you just can't get the ears right. They just won't be even. And you've added so many more stitches. I don't know how crocheting works, but yeah, your needles are clicking out there on top of the wagon as everyone else is snoozing, and really, you get a hit on your protagonist badge. There's a slight pinging, and you hear
My hands are busy. I kick Abigail lightly in like the shin or something because I hey, can you grab? I can't get to my protagonist badge. Can you like grab that and hit the button?
Yeah, she rifles your smartphone out of your purse and answers it for you.
Put it on speaker.
For sure. You hear the voice of Bonnie Bolt come over the line. She is tentative and says, hello? Is there, can anybody hear me? This is Scrivener Bonnie Bolt reporting in. Hello? Testing 1, 2.
What's up, Bonnie? It's Rilla. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, well, that's a relief. Yeah, Commander Firehigh didn't really tell me how these badges work. He just gave it to me and kind of sent me on my way. I'm just checking that the connection is secure. So that's good. I guess we can kind of talk through these. I just wanted to give kind of a status update. We're all ready to go here. I got the cavalry all mounted up, and this druid lady, Talon, she's raring to go to bring the fight to some folk, and her druids are got some plans to do some burrowing and all kinds of stuff, and we even got a shipment from Queen Letitia. She used some kind of plant magic, came through some fungus, but she's got some folks with us, and we got a couple barrels of that there boom powder. Oh God, what is it? Boom boom juice?
Boom boom juice.
Terrible. Yeah.
It's canon.
Ugh.
It is canon.
Bad.
I can't do anything about it. Look, I wish I could, but it's beyond me at this point. We got a couple.
Sorry, I kind of panicked when I was naming it. Not my problem.
We got a couple barrels of that boom boom juice, and we're gonna put that to work. I think those Knights of the Pyre are gonna be in for a real surprise when we get there. I just wanted to make sure this works in case of emergencies, and we got an open line of communication.
Well, it all sounds good to me. All the rest of the people are sleeping right now. I'd hate to wake Ruger up. I know I'd love to talk to you, but he's old and he needs to sleep.
I bang on the ceiling of the carriage of cartage and keep her down up there.
Yeah, it probably best not to wake him. I just had one more question. Is it true the diviner listens in when we talk on these things?
Oh yeah, she's a total eavesdropping. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because she's listening and I know it. She's a bit nosy, shall we say. But yes.
You hear the diviner's voice over the line. I'd like to think that I am comprehensive and thorough, personally, but
you're a gossip and I know it.
I'm an information broker. That's sort of my whole thing. But yes, dear, I can hear you, and believe me, I am watching all of you. No one shall be missing any important information. Believe me.
I feel like that's a lie. I've been missing important information most of this game.
And Bonnie says, "All right, well, I feel a lot better about this. This is my first command. I've never led an attack before, and well, I'm in some big shoes. So I'm just between you and me and the diviner, I guess. Real, I'm just a little nervous. So don't tell Ruger about that, Commander Firehide.
I mean, I can keep it to myself. I hope someone else can. But honestly, Ruger would probably be real happy if you told him that. He loves playing the pseudo dad card. Probably give you some
bang
sage
on the
advice.
ceiling of the carriage of cartage again. I'm like, Rilla, don't make me come up there.
I kick the roof.
All right,
Keep it down,
grumble.
old man.
Well, I just wanted to say we're on our way and we're gonna give him hell.
Hey, it'll probably go fine, and if it doesn't, maybe you die. It's fine. I mean, it happens. I'm not good at giving encouraging advice. Leadership's weird. You just do your best and hope you make it through. So, best of luck. We'll talk to you whenever you reach out. All right?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. You have a great night.
You too.
And you hear a click, because that's how the badges work now. So yeah.
Until next time.
So the night passes with no more messages back and forth. You all awaken and continue your journey, and that is where we're going to leave it, because we're experiencing copious technical difficulties that we've had to edit out of this episode, and we're not going to test our fate anymore. So that is where we end. Hey there, dear listener. Sam the DM here, checking in with the credits at the end of the show. Challenge Rating 0 was edited by the incomparable Audius Prime, aka Matt Sims. You can find more of his work at audiusprime.com. Music for Challenge Rating 0, including our amazing theme song, is provided by the harp wolf Danielle Williams. You can find more of her work at danielletaylorharp.bandcamp.com, including her album Why Are We Surprised When Seasons Change. Additional music for Challenge Rating 0 is provided by Justin Ra. You can find more of his work at justinra.com, including his album Age of the Spirit. If you want to find us on social media, we are on Facebook and Instagram at Challenge Rating 0. We're at Twitter at Challenge_0. And if you'd like to email us here at the show and send any questions for As the Dice Turn segment, you can send any emails to challengeratingzero@gmail.com. Any questions we receive will be read on air. If you'd like to support the show, we are on Patreon, patreon.com/CR_ZERO. We've got some bonus content on there for you folks if you are interested. And if you can't support us fungibly, we ask only that maybe you take some time to give us a review, recommend us to a friend, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for listening. We're still trying to make the best show we can for you folks, and we're going to keep on keeping on. I hope you all take care of yourselves and each other out there. We'll see you next time.